We are here. Right Choice Happenings Realty with Chris Davis from the Spot Bar and Grill in Port Colborne. Thank you, Chris, for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Joe. I'm happy to be here.
Yes, just gave you a quick tour of Right Choice Happenings Realty where we
The suite setup, yeah.
Yeah, operate here. I wanted to make it quick, although that's how I'm able to feed my pizza addiction is all the work that we do out there. I made it quick because you brought with you something fantastic. That
A little bit different than pizza tonight we have here.
That's all right. Sounds good to me. So what did you bring for us today?
I brought some famous Primo's broasted chicken from the Spot with some wedges and some coleslaw.
I like it. This will be fun. I'm looking forward to this. This is the first time in a while, too. I'll give you a little cheers.
Cheers, brother.
Chris owns a bar, so we're going to have ourselves a nice...
Gotta have a beer.
Yeah, I like
Gotta
it.
have a beer.
I'm down with it, too. I just did a little leg workout, so I think a beer and some chicken sounds good to me. Let me grab this up here. So is this the one that I was missing? Oh,
I believe, yeah, you got two now.
Two. I like it.
Can't go wrong with two.
So, and you got some wedges?
Yeah, there's some wedges here, some coleslaw. Help yourself.
Okay. I mean, let me just, I don't know if people will be able to see that or not, but that's
true.
So this is a box of chicken, not a bucket.
This is, so I just brought a 10-piece. Just for us, obviously, we don't want to get, we want to keep you in fine shape here. But normally we have a 2-piece, 4-piece, 6-piece, 15-piece, and a 25-piece. The 15 pieces and the 25 pieces come with a full large box of wedges and a large thing of coleslaw. And then the others are just like a smaller little bit of a portion. But this is actually like, if you were to order a box, this is how it would actually come. A bucket, sorry.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. This looks great. I'm going to make
Good
a
portion.
This is literally my dinner tonight, so I really appreciate you bringing this by.
No problem.
We've been talking for a bit for me to come and try this chicken. And
a little bit, yeah.
I do apologize that I haven't been by yet and appreciate you bringing it by here.
No problem. I had to come to you.
So we'll do a little chicken cheers.
Cheers.
Sounds good.
You got a good piece there.
Oh, I like that. Now,
it's pretty spot on.
it is spot on, bro. That's fantastic. It is a nice change up from pizza, and chicken is delicious. I am somebody that really likes roasted chicken, but I don't completely get what broasted means.
Broasted is like the trademark of the company. Now, the piece of equipment that does it is a broaster. So it's a deep fryer pressure cooker on like steroids, right? It's a pretty expensive piece of equipment, and there's a lot of like fine steps and stuff that you have to follow to do it. It's basically just a deep fryer with a lid, and once you put whatever you're cooking in, we did the chicken. Mm-hmm. You load it up with your chicken, you close the lid, you put the pressure gauge on, you cook it to your time that you have picked, and basically the oil at the bottom, obviously it's heating up the chamber, but it creates a pressure, so that's how you're able to get such a juicy piece of chicken that's crispy on the outside, juicy on the inside, so fast, right? You'd have to cook this for like an hour, if not more, anyway else, right?
Yeah.
So that's like the whole science behind the machine.
The skin is crispy. I don't know if it's picking up on
It is good.
And it is a juicy chicken. This is fantastic. Now, you said Primo's. Primo's
was the building. When I moved, it was before I got there, it was Primo's, and they were always famous for their chicken. Mm-hmm. So when I got there, it didn't have one or whatever, and I've always wanted to do it, and the opportunity came available when I had a little bit of a break, and we cracked down, and I asked Brenda and Sean if I were to ever do it, would they show me? They said, of course.
They are the past owners?
They are the past owners. They held it down for quite some time, and when I got the Broaster, Sean was there over a span of like a 2-week period, popping in for an hour here, showing me how to cut this, marinate that, do this, do that.
Really?
And, no, that's not right. Fix it. And we got it pretty dialed in, and he came for the opening of it, and he loved it. So, and I said I'd only ever do it the same way. I'll never change it.
That's amazing. So the tradition continues in the same building.
Yes, sir.
How long do you know they did it? I remember going to Primo's.
Years. Yeah. I honestly don't even remember. I've heard so many different stories. I almost don't even know which one it is now, right? But Primo's was open for many years. And he was famous for it.
Yeah, I used to go there back in high school for breakfast. So
yeah, and apple
great
juice.
Breakfast. Yeah, great spot. Bro, this is delicious. I'm not sure if the
You're
recipe...
doing a really good job eating with the mic in front of you.
I'm trying. I'm trying. Last time, a couple podcasts ago, I had Charlie Muscarella come on and bring me some pizza. So a little bit of practice, but...
You had a heads up on me.
Yeah, but this, bro, okay, I'm going to talk about the chicken. Like you said, it is nice and juicy, and that skin is fantastic.
Got some taste to it.
Like, I want to take this bite of straight skin. Is the seasoning recipe a top secret, or is there anything in there we can talk about?
I think we'll stay off that one.
I'll tell you what.
Come in the spot and just give it a taste test, you know?
I like
Go from there.
Where is the spot?
The spot's 225 Main Street, Port Colborne,
Ontario, Canada.
Ontario, Canada. Yeah, right at the crosshairs of King and Main, right when you're coming down King Street in Port Colborne.
Yes.
The little Stuart Little house in the middle. You can't miss it.
Yeah. Look at this bite here.
That looks like a good bite.
So, tell me about where you get the chicken. Is the chicken from around here?
Chicken we order from Big Red. Been trying a little bit different here and there just because shopping around and trying to do a few different things. Mm-hmm. But for the main part, it's mainly all Big Red. Mm-hmm. They've been doing a pretty good job of keeping me steady without having, dry spells or whatever. So just kind of keep running with it and just making sure that I always have it, right?
So what I like about this too is the seasoning is nice. It's not over salty, but it's got salt in there.
Right.
It's crispy. It's been a while since I've had KFC, but I would take this over KFC any day.
Woo.
Any day.
There it is. No shots fired.
No, but I'm sure they'll be fine no matter what we say about them. But this is fantastic. So you're saying the Broaster.
The Broaster, yeah.
Is a machine where it's a deep fryer, but...
It's a deep fryer, but like it's a chamber, right? So it's a pressure cooker on steroids, and you can do so many other things with it. I chose to do the chicken. Mm-hmm. You want to cook a burrito in it? You're more than welcome to.
You can cook a burrito in it.
I can cook like 60 burritos in it in 2 minutes flat. It's pretty wild.
Okay, a burrito is deep fried?
Well, the oil sits in the bottom of the Broaster, right? Like you filled the Broaster as if you fill a deep fryer, but the deep fryer doesn't have a lid. The Broaster, when you load up your chamber, you pull your top back and then you close the chamber and you put the pressure gauge on. So then it holds all that pressure in there instead of that oil coming up out of the deep fryer like normal. I believe that's what's like the magic behind it and how fast it cooks everything. And then the second you release the pressure, you release the gauge now, the pressure comes up and then you slide your top, like your top drum open. Mm-hmm. Then you have like a special tool to take your basket up. Mm-hmm. You let it shake and dry. And then like it comes out like almost dry, ready to rock and roll. And away you go. It's so much faster.
Interesting. Cause the flavors are good here, but it's not like, sometimes when you get KFC, you bite into like a grease bucket. Right. And not getting that from this.
Right. Even if you were to look at the box, like I literally just drove here from Port and you look at the French fries that came, the wedges that came from a deep fryer. The box is a little bit sweaty. Yeah. This came out of the Broaster after these and you wouldn't even be able to tell.
Yeah. And like,
which is actually kind of nice where you're not seeing a bunch of oil come out of something or anything like that, right? So
totally. And I just realized that too, because I got this on Malcolm made this sweet table from Fawn Hill Milko.
Which is beautiful.
It is beautiful. And like there's not even
nothing
there to worry about. Yeah, I got a paper towel under that, but this, bro, good.
Yeah, a little different.
Good stuff.
I got some different ideas that I'm going to be doing with it, but this is...
What are some different ideas? Too early to tell?
Yeah, too early to tell. I kind of gave one already, but we'll leave it at that. Focus on the chicken for now.
I like it. Because one thing about the spot that I really, really appreciate since going back, because
You were here since day one.
We first met when you were at the original
The
location.
old spot, yeah.
I don't
did
remember.
The must-see Monday there.
You remember?
I'll never forget.
Yeah?
I was like, everybody, we got to have the food on point today. Everything's got to be proper. I need people sitting at the bar. I need people sitting there. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it.
I was thinking about that when we talked about you coming in here and how I have done a bunch of videos with you at the spot. We did that must-see Monday.
Yeah. When I first opened the new place, you did the chat. You did the, you walked in and you kind of gave like a little video. I gave you the OV. Mm-hmm. You had popped in or whatever. And just to see like from where I was and then to see the new place where I moved to. Mm-hmm. You did the New Year's Eve video, New Year's Day video. Yeah. When you got Liddy like a titty. And I think you did one more there.
A burger review.
The burger review. Yeah, that's it.
Or pizza review.
The pizza review. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've done
a few.
Yeah.
We've done a few.
What I've always liked about the spot too, that I give you credit for. Now, you know myself, I do my best to watch what I eat and drink as much as possible in between all the pizza reviews and everything. But since day one, since that first must-see Monday, which is such an old school video line, you've always been really good at coming up with creative food ideas.
I try.
Is that you that's doing that?
That's a few honestly a few joints in for the names and come ups. But just like, you know, if I go to a different place, I maybe see something that they're doing. I'll never take something off somebody's menu, but maybe go back to my own place and do my own twist on it or switch it up a bit. Oh, hey, I really like that. You know what? Let me see what I can do on my own thing. And I just don't like, I would never hand somebody a menu that just was plain as day and had no action in it. And, you know, I'm not going to hand you a menu that says cheeseburger, bacon cheeseburger. No, I'm going to hand you a menu that says Pablo Escobar burger, Capone burger. Like,
creativity.
It's just got to, right? So,
bro, creativity and the combinations. Over the years, you've done a bunch of different things. Like
a bunch of stuff.
I should have watched the must-see Mondays before coming.
That was 8 years ago.
No, it wasn't.
That was 8 years ago when I first opened.
Really?
8 years ago.
8 years ago, and then I came by maybe 6 or something. But
yeah, something like that. I think our last video there was the New Year's Eve and New Year's Day.
That was at the new spot.
I think 2 years ago now.
Has it already been?
I think so, something like that.
Bro, the chicken's phenomenal, by the way.
Thank you. I got stage fright coming off the mic to eat, and I don't want to move the mic.
It's all good. We'll make it work. Yeah, some of the foods, creative foods, because you guys do pub style type foods.
Yep.
So like things, I just remember some of your salads being Hugo and delicious.
Yep. The Panzerottis, you really like the Panzerottis.
Panzo was amazing.
I think you used to like the Mac Attack pizza. That was a big one for you.
That was solid.
You like that one? I remember, who puts lettuce on pizza? I do, Joe. I do. I remember that one.
So, yeah. What are some of the things you have going on your menu now? Have you changed it up recently?
Yeah, I decluttered a little bit. I think I had like 132 menu items at one point.
Whoa.
A lot. We had 11 by 17 back and front, and then a side menu just for pizza and wings.
Is that almost too much?
Oh, way too much.
That's hard.
People would think I'm crazy, but it's like they didn't know that all this stuff is made from all the same stuff that I order.
Right.
So I really had no food waste, right? Or very little at least.
That's good.
Instead of throwing stuff away. But now I definitely changed where we're down to one page, front and back and everything, not front and page, back and front on one page and a whole separate pizza wing menu.
Right.
We condensed it down to one. I think I added in a nice spinach dip there. We have some nice pastas, chicken and steak.
Nice.
And then kind of fine-tuned all the other stuff and just kind of kept everything that everybody still loved and then kind of got rid of the stuff that was just kind of here and there or whatever. And if people come in and they still remember something that they really liked, I'd still make it for them. Just kind of made the menu a little smaller. That's all.
No doubt. I want to come back to that, but now I'm trying the coleslaw. And myself, I'm not a mayonnaise-based coleslaw person, so I like this one.
Yeah, the vinegar.
Vinegar-based for me, I prefer that.
Me too. Mm-hmm. Me too. I'm a big coleslaw guy. I like the coleslaw.
Me too. It's a good one. It looks like maybe you don't have to reveal your recipe to me, but I love the coleslaw. To me, I'm going to guess vinegar, salt, celery,
You're getting close. You're close.
But
You're on it.
You got some carrot in there. This is nice. Maybe
I'm sure
touch
at night
of
in the
sugar.
kitchen, you'd probably figure it out.
It's nice though. For me, I've always liked coleslaw to be something to be with that vinegar with a little bit of bite to help cut the other things you're eating. Myself,
I think it's like the perfect combo: some potatoes, some coleslaw, and some chicken, and it's a good combo. I really like it. I mean, I've been eating this since we got the Broaster. I pop in and snag a few pieces here and there quite frequently, like basically every night, and it's been something that I've been eating far too much of, but I can't stop. I love it.
You look great, bro. Yeah, you're keeping healthy. Owning a bar, I can't imagine if I owned a bar.
Oh, that's staying busy on the framing site. That I eat the chicken at nighttime and I go sweat it off in the daytime at work. So
You're a machine.
I try.
Do you sleep?
I do sleep. I do sleep. Just
I've
I've been on a mission lately, Joe. I've been on a mission.
I like it.
I've been on a mission.
You've been on a mission since I met you, so
Yeah.
I like it. You got good focus.
Yeah, I had to double down a little bit and speed up the process a bit, I guess.
Do you want to talk about the framing stuff at all, or you want to stick to the food?
You know what? Honestly, it'd be kind of cool to touch on it because I think everybody thinks I go home and play Xbox and smoke a bunch of joints, and no, he doesn't give a crap about the bar anymore. But no, for the last 4 years now, I've been steady framing. It actually started. I was working for a buddy of mine at the time, and my other friend, because knowing that I used to frame back in the day or whatever. Said that my friend Justin said, I think you should come work with us work with me at the company I'm working for right now. And they were actually doing all the townhouses on Broadway where I grew up as a kid.
Right.
And I said, you know what, I'd really like to be a part of that. And he showed me the ropes. I picked up where I left off, but I only knew so much, right? Justin showed me everything from then on to now we're basically building houses together side by side, and he kills it, man. And he showed me the ropes for that, and we're a good team. Shout out to my buddy from KC Framing, Justin. He's an animal.
Yeah.
He'll drag you up and down that works like that. He'll drag you up upside down the work site like crazy. I'm telling you, he dragged me around like a wet rag. Like it was, and just imagine like I was like 4 years of bar life in. I was like nearly like 190 pounds. Like I was fat.
Yeah.
I was fat.
Hey, you say 190's fat. That's how much I weigh now.
Well,
but yeah.
I should have been like 140, 150, right? So I had the big beer gut and, the deep fried food and the booze.
Yeah,
it wasn't
you
doing
look
me any
great.
good. And yeah, he got me back to life, man. And now we're killing it. We just finished up our last 2 beautiful customs in Thorold.
Nice.
And I've been kind of in the midst of trying to get this bar project on the way for like over 2 years now, and it seems like all the red tape's done. We had to do a lot of stuff, and he was there with me the first day when I had the idea, and he said, "You go through all that stuff and you get that blueprint. I'll be there to help you."
That's amazing.
And that's where and then since that day, obviously, I started trying to do it, and now we finally have it. I have all the blueprints and all the mechanical engineer stamp, architect stamp. And engineer stamp, and we actually handed it in. We had to do some revisions. We've now done all the revisions, and I've resubmitted. So maybe, hopefully soon, fingers crossed, I get this permanent and slap up 3 stories.
Yeah, hey,
That'd
going
be fun.
up, going
up, baby. Woo!
You're going up 2 stories.
2 stories above, yeah.
What's it going to be? Are we talking about this, or I don't know? Is this?
We could do a quick little surprise.
Yeah.
Quick little surprise.
It's up to you.
I'm gonna do 2 stories above for apartments, affordable apartments. One thing that are gonna be really nice.
Nice.
More so of showcasing my work. I'm not really don't really care about the apartments as much as what it'll do for, showcasing what I can do, what my friends and I can do, stuff like that. But it's also an extension of the bar. I'm doing like a 25-foot extension off the back. I never had the building that I really always wanted, right? I could never have a pool table. So much stuff of the bar demographic I could never have. And this is the final stage. It took me a few years to get there, but
It's awesome. It's all a process.
I came from a long way from renting the old place that could have only fit a pool table in it to
Totally.
and when I got the new place, I said I'd love to do it. And the idea came to life, I guess, right? So
Bro, it's amazing. I'm looking forward to that. That's
Me
going to be
too.
pretty sweet coming up King Street and
Yeah.
seeing that.
The building that was the smallest is now the second biggest.
Nice.
pretty
Second,
wild.
what's the biggest one? Over
I think the apartment, the old shoe factory
Oh,
at the
yeah,
end of
that
the
one's,
street.
yeah, that's ginormous.
So I'll be like one under that, I think.
Yeah, that's ginormous.
Yeah.
That's like a beast.
Yeah. I mean, just like story-wise, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, and no, like nobody showed me how to do it. I had a few people kind of suggest what to do here and there, and I, just got on the phone, started calling around, and you start calling engineers and architects and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
it was a lot, and I'm really happy to do it, but more so because it's like everything coming full circle for the bar. Mm-hmm. The place that I didn't really have the nicest place to start out in, but I'm gonna make it the nicest place to finish in.
Yeah, I like it.
So.
That's amazing, bro.
And I've been excited for it. All my friends are excited for it. There's customers that are excited for it. There's people that have known that building for years that ask me, "Oh, when are you starting? When are you doing it?" And the second I get that permit in my hand, I'll be sleeping out in the back parking lot that night, and we'll be getting her going. So
That's amazing. When are you hoping? You hoping this year or next year?
Well, actually, the architect doesn't want to promise or anything, but I should be able to hopefully start by the end of summer. Well, obviously, fall and winter is approaching fast, right? But we just resubmitted everything, so they've already seen it. So hopefully, fingers crossed. Yeah. I mean, I'm handing it all back in now with the revisions that they wanted and everything stamped. So
yeah.
hopefully,
Bro, that's amazing. That's
Hopefully.
super exciting going
it
through
is
something like that.
It's big for me. It's definitely this is it. It's just everything that I wanted it to be from day one. I just you got to start somewhere, right? So
True that, bro. True that. I love seeing it too because you mentioned
you've seen it in real time.
Yeah, been seeing it happen.
People will drive by when I start, be like, "Oh my God, wow, the place is huge," not knowing the 8-year struggle behind it, right?
No doubt.
I'll cheers to that one, Joe.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers,
it's awesome. It's awesome. This is our first time having a drink together outside of the spot.
This
So
is my first
nice.
time at the Gonzalez residence.
I like it. Well, this is actually All Right Robin's house. She just lets me stay here.
Oh, yeah. It's beautiful.
Yeah, thanks. And now the wedges too. I didn't comment anything on these, but these are really, really
They got a good little taste.
Yeah. So do you?
Now I will
hand
come
cut
clean.
these?
I just order those from Big Red, but once the extension's on the bar and I can kind of shift the bathrooms down, and I have a plan like in the drawing for the kit, like the kitchen will be a little bit extended. I have a plan to throw in an extra little gadget and kind of step my game up in a certain way. I'm just gonna kind of keep it on the low for now.
I like it, bro. They're delicious.
They are very good. I love them. I'm a
can't-
picky eater, and I love them. I'm just gonna make them even better. That's all.
I like it. I always appreciate your striving for improvements because to me, we've never really talked about this, but to me, that is the true definition of success is improvement. To
Can't
me,
ever settle.
you can't. And like even like this, I'm not sure what you're planning to do after you accomplish building up the spot, but even after that, I don't think you're just going to turn over and call it quits.
No.
Right?
No.
And that's something that I appreciate because that's something I try to do in my own life and my own business is always
you're a
trying to make
grinder. Yeah.
have to.
Yeah, you have to
How
grind.
do you stay ahead?
Gotta grind.
You have to.
You got to.
Yeah. So like I appreciate that about you. We're in completely different industries where we live close enough together, but that's something I appreciate that you've been since I've met you is always looking to make improvements. And I
remember you and Robin coming for the first video at the old bar, and you had to bring your friends because I don't even think I had enough customers at the time. I'll never forget it.
Yeah,
I remember I did like the panzo. I did like a steak poutine.
Oh
I
yeah,
remember that, and then I did the
poutines.
Greek salad for you guys. I remember we put the flag on the table. I was, how are we gonna do it? And I remember,
bro, that was amazing.
I remember.
So let's talk about too some of your food menu items now that you have going on because something I still haven't tried that I don't know if you still have or not. I can't remember if Kev tried them, but we've talked about them enough. Is the mac wings? I don't know.
I still got those. Yeah, I believe I still have those.
Yeah, I haven't tried them yet, but I think that's a really
See, that's something that got on the menu because I go in there and I do this weird stuff, and it's just like, okay, that's got to go on there. But it's like sometimes I'm the only one that eats it, or sometimes a lot of people start, oh wow, that's good once they try it. That one I actually really liked. I've never went to a place and ever seen that. That was something that just kind of happened, and away it went.
You must like Big Macs.
I love Big Macs. Not so much anymore, but I'm a Big Mac guy.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm a Big
the
Mac
Big
guy.
Mac pizza and the Big Mac wings.
Got to.
I really want to try those because we've gotten wings before from you when we go to Kev's, and it's fun getting the different ones. One that was one of my favorites too was, I forget the name, but it was Buffalo Blue Cheese.
Buffalo Blue, yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, Buffalo Blue and Buffalo Ranch.
You don't even have to dip the wing into the blue cheese.
No, it's already done for you.
Yeah, so like, because
Then you just dip the celery into the wing sauce.
Good call. Good call. That's amazing.
Saves me a little bit of money on blue cheese.
That's amazing. And it's convenient and great. Like those ones were so good because, I forget when we did it, but we ordered a whole bunch of wings and we took them over to Kev's place just up the street from you there. And we had a whole bunch of them. And those ones were really good. They were all good. Mm-hmm. But you have a bunch of different flavors.
I think I have 23 different wing flavors.
Yeah. What's
like apart from like mild, medium, hot,
right?
Honey garlic. Woo. Like, I mean, like 23 custom ones. I think we had Buffalo Blue, Buffalo Ranch, Sweet Chili Thai, Honey Heat, Honey Hot, the Sesame Mac Wings, smoked tequila lime, 40 Creek barbecue sauce.
I don't know how you're going to remember them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my first day off, so I can't even really remember them all. I should have looked at the menu before I came.
It's all good. It's all good. What's your biggest sellers over there as far as things? Well, let me ask you your biggest seller for beer. Is OV your number one or no?
Biggest beer seller would be Budweiser.
Interesting.
Budweiser.
Yeah.
Maybe shout out to the Bats rep. Come and see me.
All right. There it is. It is.
Budweiser for sure. Then I would honestly say Budweiser, Blue, Corona, Coors Light, and then OV. Honestly,
OV's not one of the top ones though.
Well, it's like they're all around the same, but Budweiser's definitely superior. Budweiser I sell the most of, so
interesting.
Sell quite a bit of Corona, and then even the what's it called there? The Purple Lizard cans and Twisted Teas, like those are quite popular there too. So they're really good. I like having a Purple Lizard, to be honest. It kind of, even when you don't feel like drinking, you kind of have one of those with some ice and away you go.
Is
after
that a newer drink?
That's from Brimstone Brewery. It's their bomb.
Local place.
They're good. I'm
pretty sure I seen those at the last Jackfish game I went to in Welland. I think
they're pretty popular.
Yeah, it's awesome. So what is that? What is?
I think it's just like a Loganberry cooler.
Loganberry.
Yeah, they're bomb. You put one of those even in a turbo or something, and you're rocking.
A turbo.
Yeah, Loganberry turbo.
I haven't had a turbo in a long time. What is a turbo? For
turbo is
don't know?
From the spot. The turbo is 2 Coors Lights, a shot of vodka, a Red Bull, and Smirnoff Ice. But instead, sometimes I take Smirnoff Ice out, drop a Purple Lizard in there, kind of way you go, or a blueberry Red Bull even in a Smirnoff Ice. You can do whatever you want. Really, it's jungle juice.
I love it. See, that's your creativity, bro. Like you were saying. You draw some of your inspiration when you go to other places.
Yeah. Like out of town, like not around. Like, if I go to Toronto or I love downtown Burlington. That was like a lot of spots where like just walking around and just seeing different stuff, or even how people are doing stuff. And it should take that kind of level to my town where it's not around. And I like doing that kind of stuff. I don't ever take any, like if I seen their idea, I would never take anybody's idea. Yeah. I would just do my own thing to it.
Yeah, draw inspiration.
And there's nothing wrong with that, you know?
That's what it's all about. Innovation.
I may seen a Nashville chicken sandwich and I was like, okay, well, let's do a Nashville chicken poutine. Mm-hmm. Completely different. And do it my own way.
Yeah.
That's what I like to do. Something, and then give it a cool ass name where people just read the menu to literally like have a laugh. Like,
yeah.
So.
Yeah. Bro, when I think the spot, I think of creative pub food. Like, anytime I hear people, if they talk about pub food, I'm like, you go to the spot because you're going to get something not exactly like you'll get other places. Because a lot of places, I find a lot of restaurants you go to, you're going to find the same menu items at a lot of different places.
Yeah, and it's boring.
It is. It is. You're right. It is because...
Who wants to go out to eat to see the same stuff at a different place all the time?
And you're not going to get that when you go to your place.
No.
You're going to go to your place and you're going to see different...
Might have a little bit longer waiting time, but the food will pack the punch, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's sweet. So let's go back the 8 years ago. What inspired you to get into the bar business? Because I'm sure it's a wild business.
Yeah, it's tough. Actually, a friend of mine said that it's a dangerous business, and it wasn't until a few years ago where I realized that you can get caught up in, just boozing and having a good time with everybody. But when everybody's able to sleep in the next day, you got to get up and go to work. And if you're not getting up and going to work, well, then you're not making any money.
Yeah.
And the bar for me was, well, everybody, I always heard nicknames about, the spot and how this name, that name, and won't get into that. But God's honest truth is the spot to me was my granddad always wanted a bar. He passed away. When he was younger than me, he had a pet rooster named Spot.
Nice.
That's how it is.
Nice.
So even if I'm off framing and there's stuff that has to be done around the bar, I'm always thinking about it. I'm so happy to be able to coming back to it and going to be at it full force now, on and off. And I'm just going to get to it. But that was like the biggest reason. It's for my granddad.
Yeah. That's amazing. Was he from Welland too? Or?
He was from Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
UK.
Yeah. My nana and him.
Yeah. Eh?
Yeah.
Have you ever been back there?
I haven't been back there. I'd love to go.
Yeah.
I would love to go, but no, I haven't been back there.
Not yet. Yeah, we were just out in Ireland earlier this year, and we visited North Ireland, which I had no idea is part of the UK.
I never knew that either.
Bro, I had no idea. I learned so much about history when we went up to Ireland and about UK. I had no idea. I just thought it was Northern Ireland, but everything changes once you cross.
I think it's beautiful up there. I'd like to go, but I'm kind of on the grind right
Not
now,
yet.
so I don't have time.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah, soon though, one day.
Yeah,
one day
for sure. So those are your big sellers as far as foods. How's the chicken been going so far?
Chicken's been going very well, actually, as well. Apart from the chicken in the bucket and wedge combos, we actually have like broasted wings.
What?
We have broasted wings that have been flying off the shelf, as well as this. So this is a normal roasted chicken. We also have spicy. We have spicy roasted chicken and spicy roasted wings.
Really?
Oh yeah, I can go on for days about this, Joe.
Bro, well,
You should see the walking. It's just chicken, just everywhere.
So the spicy one, what do you use? Cayenne?
No. The spicy one, I do a spicy. So this has its own this has its own marinade that you do.
Oh, it's
the
marinated.
Spicy has its own marinade that you do, and then you bread it in spicy breading. It's a punch packer for sure.
How hot is it on a scale of 1 to 10? I'm sure it's not too.
It's not.
crazy.
No, it's not like you're eating like a hot wing or anything. It's just like a nice,
Kicks it up.
Yeah, it's just a nice piece of chicken. If
I
you
like
like a little bit of heat, it's not going to torch you or anything. It's just good.
Yeah.
It's got a kick to it.
Next time I try
Yeah,
it
it
for
packs
sure.
a punch for sure.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I still I've never seen this broaster before. I had no idea until you even told me that you got one. I had no idea about it or anything.
My dad thought I hit my head when I said I wanted to buy one, and I went up to my kitchen store that I always go up to in Waterloo, and they had some there, but they were just a little older, and it wasn't they were a lot cheaper. And I just said, not really any warranty, and they're older. Don't really want to go down that road. Turns out, they buy a brand new one. It's pretty expensive.
No doubt.
It's up there.
Yeah, no doubt. It sounds like it's quite the piece of equipment. So how much would this meal cost somebody if they came to the spot?
Okay, so say this box full of chicken. So this will hold a 25 piece with a large slaw and a large wedge. I think it's $69 plus tax.
That feeds a lot.
Oh yeah, it's
Holy.
actually the cheapest chicken in Port Colborne.
Yeah, eh?
It's the cheapest chicken in Port Colborne.
$70 and 25 pieces of chicken.
25 piece bucket, and it's not like I weigh it. Like you get 25 pieces, you could have a piece that's massive, a little piece that's smaller, but you're just getting so much food.
Bro, I just had a handful of that, and we almost, but not quite dusted that coleslaw, and I'm full. So 25 pieces.
25 piece. It's for like a little party.
Totally. And it's 70 bones?
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
Yeah.
Wow.
Try to get it out there and let everybody see it, and don't have to be greedy, right?
Yeah. And that's a good way to get it out there
For sure.
Yeah, I like it. Because roasted chicken is available other places, but it's not that's not something you see on every menu. You'll see chicken wings in a lot of places.
I think there's 4 Broasters in Port Colborne.
4 in Port.
Yeah.
And then outside of Port, I don't know if there's anywhere in Welland that does it or not.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's a little more common in Port, but not Welland. It's interesting. Well, I really, really like it. That I would like to see what the wings are like. The wings, I'm guessing, are crispy. Like, do you do it the same?
It's the same. It's
Same,
like
just mini?
but having it as a chicken wing, it's completely different.
Interesting.
It's really good.
So, do you prefer regular wings or broasted wings then?
It depends if I've had like my normal 2 servings of roasted chicken that day. If I haven't, I'll do wings.
Yeah.
Or if we're low on the roasted chicken, I'll do the wings. If we're low on the roasted wings, I'll do the chicken.
Right.
I go in, I pick my favorite little pieces that I want, I drop them in, go from there.
I like
but
it.
if I haven't had any earlier in the day, then I'll do whatever one I haven't had.
And now, too, we haven't talked about it, but your pizza, I really liked it when I was importing way back. You were already using cup and char pepperoni before a lot of people.
Way back in the day.
Yeah, like you.
If it's got taste, I'm on it.
Yeah, you are on it because I'm trying to think back. You're one of the
I think
first.
I started doing cup and chars in year 3.
Yeah, eh?
I think I started doing cup and chars in year 3. Basically, right when I moved to the new building, when I did all the renos and I was ready to open, we kind of tweaked the menu, redid the menu, and I put the cup and chars on it. I forget where I went where I said I want pepperonis like that on my pizza.
Yeah.
I can't remember where that is because I'd love to give them a shout out, but I can't remember.
Yeah, well.
I think it was in Burlington somewhere.
Yeah, eh?
And I was like, those were bomb. Like the taste on it changed the whole pizza. It's like, I just had a cheese and pepperoni pizza and it felt like completely different.
Yeah, yeah, I'm a big fan. And you're one of the first ones that I seen offering it.
I think so.
Yeah.
I even like just taking a couple cup and char pepperonis, put them in the basket of the fryer, dunk them down for like 15
No
seconds.
way.
And I just take them up and I'll just eat them.
No way.
Oh, yeah. I'm bad for that. Bad for that.
I love it. I love it. Love it.
It's a fast snack.
So, what else? What else do you want to chat about here? We could talk about roasted chicken forever. We could pivot. Is there anything like, bro? These wedges are phenomenal. So I mean,
I'm glad you like them. I'm glad you like them. Noah, you did a good job.
So, tell me too that you are pretty good too at changing your menu over. Where
Yeah, I try to do it at least once a year.
yeah,
You know, like even if I don't change anything on the menu, just kind of tweak a few things, and then even the stuff that's not as popular as it used to be. Okay, let's take a few things off. You put a few things on. Mm-hmm. So we added in some pastas and some stir fries, trying to get it more so it's not just like bar food where people can come have a dinner.
Yeah.
A nice spinach dip for an appetizer, stuff like that. That's what I kind of want to shift to. Because when the place is a little bit bigger, I'm going to have obviously bigger tables and booths. I'd like to see more families come and eat. It's definitely been happening for sure.
nice.
Families come and have the chicken and have some apps and love it and go. The takeout and go. And that's what I really, when everything's done, I think everything's going to come together how I seen it when I first got the place, but not knowing where it's like, okay, like to me, when I moved from the old place to the new place, I was like, this place is huge.
Right.
I'll never outgrow this place. Never.
Right.
And, literally like 2 years in, it's like, well, it's kind of getting too small now. So
Need a little bit more room.
yeah,
And you guys do open mic night
every Thursday.
every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
So what is that? Because I have not gone to that one.
Open mic night was started from my good friend Scotty Miller. Shout out Scotty Miller. And basically just anybody with any urge to come play some guitar. We used to have the drums. I'll probably bring the drums back for the winter time, liven it up again. And basically anybody that just wants to come out and jam. Come out, have a good time. If you want to jam with somebody, if you want to jam by yourself, you just put your name on the paper. I'd love to start seeing some more artists come out with a guitar, keyboard, xylophone, whatever you want. Bring it out, jam it, let her go. But it's always a good time. Like nobody's going to make fun of anybody.
Right.
Like everybody's there just to be like, make friends, have a good time, be together.
That's pretty
Make
sweet.
some music.
That's sweet to get
And that's
people.
been going since I moved to the new place actually. So that's been going on like 5 years now.
Every
Thursday.
Thursday. Every Thursday?
Yeah,
There's somebody up there every Thursday?
Scotty started it every Thursday. Mind you, he would do open mic night. We used to go to like 2:00 in the morning. Now it's like 9 to 1, 9 to 12. And if it's busy, we'll stay and keep it going.
Right.
He used to do open mic night every night from 8:00 till like 2:00 in the morning, and then go work Friday at 6:00 in the morning.
Every night?
Every Thursday.
Oh, every Thursday.
Every
wow,
Thursday.
Wow.
Every Thursday. And
you
he
would
was the
rock
only
it
one
that
that used to
long.
host for a long time. Now we have a few different hosts. We have my buddy Troy. We have Don. We have Vince. Got a bunch of different hosts that come out. And yeah, it's actually, even if I'm framing, I'll always come out to Thursday for a little bit, unless I'm too tired to move after work or something.
Right.
It's been something that's been a part of my life now for like it's every Thursday I'm at the spot.
That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. So people get to test out their skills.
Yeah. Play together.
Yeah, that's sweet. That's a good
Even
way.
hey, like there was people there that were playing one time and said, I'm trying to start a band, but we don't have this guy. And one guy started playing and he said, oh, you're really, they started playing together. There you go.
That's amazing.
You know, like that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So,
I like that opportunity for people to do that. That's awesome.
That's one of the fun things at the spot that started, and that's been going on about 5 years now. It's weird when you say it out loud.
Yeah, no doubt.
Wow.
It's crazy to let that sit
that's
in.
wild.
What about you ran into a challenge like everybody in the business, but COVID. How was that for you guys? Was that good or bad for business?
I'm very lucky.
Yeah.
And my dad tells me every day how lucky I am. For the COVID process. The COVID process to me was, I'll be honest with you, day one when we got that announcement that we'd have to close down and only do takeout. It's like I went from having the small place that didn't have, like I used to just do, honestly, like people would come get food, sit for a bit, and then go out bar hopping. And then I would close up and then come join them. When I moved to the new place, it was bigger, so it actually became more of a bar and people coming in to spend the night there and have a good time. So I had a big, strong sit-in business. I never really had any takeout. When COVID came, I was like, oh, let's put the building up for sale. Call it like, I don't have takeout. What am I going to do? I got to pay everybody. I got mortgage to pay. I got this to pay, gas, water, heat, hydro.
Yeah.
I was actually scared.
Yeah, of course.
And I had just got back on my feet from renovating the whole place and having to pay for 2 places for 6 months. And it took me a year to get back on my feet and pay off everything that like I had kind of put off.
Right.
And I was like, well, I don't want to go in the hole again. I might as well just sell and put the cash away. And then I said, you know what? No. And we went in that day and the phone was just off the hook. I honestly, the first month of COVID, I had my best month of just ever.
Really?
And it was just food.
Really?
And it continued on for a little while. And then I think near the end, as in like when the checks started, kind of when the money was drying up, I had a little bit of a rougher time, but I had such a good time prior where it's like, okay, we're gonna pay everything's fine. Just the last little bit got rough, and especially I didn't take any grants, I didn't take anything.
Nice.
I just wanted to have everybody still with their job.
Right.
That helped me, and yeah, it did get a little scary, but I'm glad I got through it. So
nice. Yeah.
I'm very lucky. I'm very grateful as well to be able to get through it, because I know a lot of people didn't.
Yeah.
A lot of people obviously lost their business, which sucks.
Big time.
But for some reason, I made it through.
Yeah, that's
So,
awesome, because some people had it was
go.
good years, and some people
there's
were,
places in Toronto that were open for 30 years that closed down. Famous places.
Totally.
And that sucks.
Totally.
Like, you just ran your business for 30 years of your life and now it's gone.
Yeah.
That to me, I couldn't, okay, it may have been a little rough for me, but not like that.
Well, I'm glad that worked out. Do you think in the places that it didn't work out, why do you think some places were able to make it through and some not?
It sucks to say, but maybe if it didn't make out, maybe it was already on the verge of kind of closing and they didn't want to admit it. Or, it just got so rough where a business really needs that foot traffic when you got high bills, that you need all your engines running. You need the sit-in, you need the takeout, you need the booze, you need the food. You're taking all these things away and you got them down onto one finger. Like,
yeah,
that's the only thing that's going to happen, which sucks. And that's what happened.
It must have been, like you said, tough through that. Even just like employees that you want to be able to, like,
burn some of my savings. That's for sure.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Like, I can't imagine.
But I was happy to, honestly.
Yeah, because everybody works together.
They were there for me, right? So
Exactly.
what am I going to say? Oh, hey, we're closing up. You guys got no job. It's not right.
I know, that's tough.
That's not right.
Do you think like a spot that these places could do better is like marketing and things too. How do you find, and like, how do you find the market? This is like, I'm curious too, because how the marketing that you do for the business too.
I'm a big Facebook and Instagram. I think honestly, I got to step up my marketing now. That's one thing that, like, for the chicken, like I went and bought a chicken costume and was dancing in it on Main Street.
Yeah.
That's how serious I was about this. Like if I
were
want,
you making videos from it?
I got a couple videos from it.
Couple?
I got a couple videos. I'm legit have a bucket of chicken in my hand in a chicken costume, and I'm dancing down Main Street.
I love it. You're not scared to have fun.
No, not scared to have fun. If you really got to go for it, you got to go for it, right? So
the one thing I'll just give you a couple little pointers that I can help you with that stuff, because I spend a lot of time on it. So an important thing to have, like I'm big into Instagram and Facebook, and you can have them connected. I know you've had a little bit of things with that, but if you have your Instagram and Facebook connected, what you can do is you can have anything that you post. I post to Instagram, and then you can push it to Facebook. So it's a 2-for-1, because Instagram is Facebook, right?
Without having to do it separately.
Yes, no separate. So that makes it really easy. So when you have them connected together, you get two pieces of chicken for one punch. So it's sweet that you can do that. So that's something
I got to step up my technology game, you know?
Yeah. There's good.
Bud taught me how to read a blueprint, shoot a nail gun. And now I got to learn how to do a little bit more technology stuff, because that's something that I'd like to step up for myself.
Yeah, for
sure. Be able to kind of grasp a new audience and kind of get out a little bit farther.
So let me give you a couple little pointers just on how to help a little bit. So having that connected, these are things that I don't think you have to write down or anything, but you have that amazing menu that we talked about where you have all these cool things. So to me, something that I would be doing, and this is just me, but I'd be taking a picture of that probably once a day of a different menu item, especially when you had it so big. But if you took a picture, you might need, because the bar is usually not the greatest lighting, but some type of light to have where you can take a picture of this. And I know it's not always you there, but somebody, they'll be able to find time to do it, even if they take the picture and then post it a little bit later. But if you did that once a day, I'm guessing you have specials, right?
Yeah, everyday specials, yeah.
Like you can do a quick picture, and if you're doing that once a day,
hey, have you stopped in? You got to try this today or something.
Whatever it is. Like you could like the broasted chicken, if you put on one of those things, you could, and you could be like today's special, or you could be like a customer just ordered this, or look how good this looks. But you have easy content that way. Because even if you only had, you said you dialed back your menu, but you have, I'm sure you still have 20, 30, you have 23 wing things.
Yeah, so it's still big. It's just not as big.
Not as big, but like those amount of wings, like you could post a different wing like once a week.
Yeah.
And like, you never know, like the copy, you don't have to
be the boss,
worry.
Pick your sauce, you know, like
anything. And like that won't take too long.
No.
Like I'm big into the videos, but even like you see when you walked in here, I shot a story. Like stories are a pretty good way of keeping.
Because people do go through it, right?
Yeah.
You know, even if they do a quick click after, they still seen something.
Totally.
And then maybe if they seen it, somebody else said, hey, did you see so-and-so? It's like, oh, I kind of did. Maybe they might go back, and because you have 24 hours, they might go back and watch it. Oh, that's what they were talking about.
Totally. And like, it doesn't take a lot of work to get a little bit of a content schedule rolling, but you have so much of the content like that you could be posting with not a ton of work to do it. Because it's nice, like when you, like I said, you have those both connected.
Yeah, that's
it wasn't
sweet.
always that way. So you get, those are the two big platforms anyway. I mean, if you get into video, you can start messing around, maybe a little bit TikTok, whatever. But to me, I wouldn't even worry about that. I would love to see the spot posting 5 to 7 times a week of just a picture, because I'll tell you, like any restaurants that I do follow, and when I see them post, if I wasn't doing the best that I can, even though it's not perfect with discipline, with eating out, I see them post stuff and I'm like, I want that. And like,
it makes you want to go,
and it's free to post it, right? It'll cost you maybe $25 to buy a little light so you can have nice pictures.
Right.
You can do it right on a phone. You don't need a camera to do it. Any phone will do. I mean, with time, like a better phone.
No, it's definitely a great idea, for sure.
Yeah, and like if you need any help with it, let me know, because you get 100%. A little bit into like hashtags and stuff, but even if you didn't write a single word and you posted a picture like that once a day,
it still gets their eyes going.
Oh, 1,000,000%. And like your food just looks so freaking good. It does. And like I said, like your stuff is creative. So like there's some of these places. There's one pizzeria over in Buffalo. It's actually my favorite pizza so far. It's in Kenmore. They're called Macy's Pizzeria. And they post I've only seen them do pictures, but they post their creative. They have like a creative genius guy over there like you making pizzas where he's got all these funky pizzas and like just posting the pictures blows up. Like sometimes they'll get a couple few hundred interactions, which is fantastic. But sometimes I see him with like 9,000.
Wow.
And he's posting like, like something like one of your creative poutines, but like on a pizza. You'll have like a chicken and waffle pizza or like, I don't even know. I've seen him post so many different ones. So I don't know. That's something that I'd love to see if you did, because I think that like a lot of places are not even like there are a lot of them are like yourself where they're not doing a perfect job. I'm not even doing a perfect job marketing, but I put a lot of effort into it.
For sure you do 100%.
And like I got to get creative with I'm in the real estate business and I don't even post about real estate all the time because like how much real estate posts can I do too? And I get creative by doing pizza reviews and whatnot. But you have a plethora of content over there. So yeah, I mean,
definitely. I think I'll definitely take that on the note board.
Yeah. And yeah, like I said, if you need help with it, just let me know. Yeah,
for sure.
You got people working over there, I'm sure.
I got a really good team. Honestly, I want to give them a little shout out. Everybody that the whole team at the spot, they're killing it. The last month when I was gone away working or even through the winter when we were doing the massive townhouse for Mountain View, it's them holding it down, not me.
Yeah.
I may come in and say, hey, I need like to see this kind of step up here, this, blah, blah, blah. But it's them actually doing the work. And without a good team, if you don't have a good team, good staff, well, you don't got shit.
Yeah, bro. Totally.
Sorry to say.
No, bro, it's totally right.
It all comes down to your team, right? We're at the right team here.
Yeah.
The right spot there.
Yeah.
I got a really good team. They're honestly, it's the best I've ever had.
Yeah. I feel the same way.
Not to mention I'm always used to kind of working by myself. So
no doubt.
It's nice. And it's nice to see they care, right?
Yeah, bro, that's so key if you find people that care. Because the biggest challenge that I find with business owners is finding good staff.
100%.
Everybody.
Took me 8 years.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. And like the fact that you have that is amazing.
Yeah, I'm very honestly, I'm very grateful for it.
So any of them, like I'm talking to you, if they watch this or you want to tell them, whoever's going to be your point person, if you do take on that advice, if you don't, I mean, that's up to you. But if somebody does and they want any tips from me or anything, I'm more than happy to help. Because,
there we go.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's no way it's going to hurt your business if you
for
get
sure,
into
100%.
that. And
I think it's a wicked idea.
Yeah. And like I said, if any one of them, whoever's going to be the front runner of implementing it, has questions or anything, I'm more than happy to help, because it doesn't take a lot to get that going and get into routine.
For sure. When you're waking up in the morning after even at lunchtime, because I don't open till 4, which is about to change. That's one thing we could kind of touch on. Mm-hmm. I will be opening up for lunch. I will be sticking to it. It will be a wicked lunch every day. We're going to start with kind of just the broasted chicken and combos and stuff because it's super fast. Mm-hmm. Within a week or two, we'll do full menu. But I've been really looking forward to that because I've never been open at lunchtime.
No?
I used to open at lunchtime at the old place when it was just me doing like the 11 till 2 o'clock in the morning every day. Mm-hmm. And it was never really happening. It never really happened. Mm-hmm. But I think it's a totally different ball game now, and it's a different place, literally. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I'm really excited to get the construction guys in for lunch, get people on their lunch breaks, quick piece of chicken, anything off the lunch menu quick.
That's totally you
could come in for roasted chicken on lunchtime. You're in and out in 12 minutes.
Yeah, see, you totally hit the nail on the head there because for lunch,
it's got to be fast.
And
we'll do it a little bit cheaper just to get people coming in, and I'm actually really excited for that. I really hope people come check it out.
Yeah.
They can just see it on the Facebook and stuff when we're opening. Hopefully within a week or two, we'll be doing full-fledged lunch 24/7.
Yeah, that's awesome. I like that. That's a great idea. But I think you nailed it, because anytime I've gone to lunch, if it's a place, even if it's great, if it's taking too long, you're on lunch, you got to get back to work.
Kind of sucks.
Yeah, got to get to work. Not everybody's not
100%.
working. Yeah, so
100%.
that's great. Roasted chicken. You said you can have that on the table within 12 minutes?
I can give that to you within 10 minutes. I just meant if we got a little busy and you had to wait for one to come up and then another one to go down.
Yeah,
right?
eh? Yeah. That's amazing.
I can do like 50 pieces at a time, if not more. So we'll be fine. I'm really excited for it, honestly.
So what would a lunch meal look like for
I'm thinking for lunch, for the construction boys out there, I'd probably do 2-piece, a little small coleslaw and a small wedge, with a beer. Give them a nice little combo deal or a pop, whatever they want to do.
Sounds good, yeah.
That way they're in and out just fast. You know, they got it, they're gone.
I really, really, really like that combination. I don't know if this is something that's always been around, but it goes well together. The wedges.
It does.
Wedges for some reason go really well with that style of chicken. And
the coleslaw gives you a break from the chicken and the wedges give you a break from the coleslaw.
Yeah, it's nice.
And then them all together is...
nice.
It gets a little addicting.
and I didn't do it here, but I probably would have used. I have it right there, but didn't do it just for a little easier ketchup with the fries, which would be great.
Yeah.
And do you guys do gravy at your place too?
We do gravy, and actually, as a little bit of a sin today, we actually do sell honey with the chicken. It's really good to dip the chicken in honey.
Honey, hot honey or honey, that would be amazing.
Very good.
I got to tell you about a wing that I had at one of my friend's house that I've never seen on a menu that I don't know if you would try or not.
There's not too much I wouldn't try.
But it was unreal. And I'm trying to remember now exactly what it was. But it was a chicken wing for sure. It was in gravy and I think wing sauce.
Really?
So kind of like a buffalo sauce.
Like a poutine wing kind of thing?
Kind of like a poutine wing.
Right.
I can't remember for sure. Was it just gravy or gravy and? But it was, because I've never seen chicken wings with gravy before.
I've never seen that before.
Never seen it before.
Makes you want to go back to the bar and try something real quick.
Yeah. So I can't even remember. I'm going to try and reach out to him. I don't even know if it was his top secret something or not, but I had it years ago and it was amazing. But yeah, chicken and gravy work together. Mm-hmm. But I've never seen anybody do chicken wings and gravy, and it was.
I've never seen that.
So yeah,
that's pretty creative.
Give it a little try.
I'll have to.
Yeah, if it's good. But yeah, I'll ask him if he did it with that sauce or not. But yeah,
that's wild.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I can't believe it took me that long to remember to talk about lunch.
Sometimes with the lights and the camera.
I got dinner in front of me. I forgot about lunch.
Yeah, and the food.
But I'm really excited for that because that's one thing everybody's kind of busted my chops for a bit. And
yeah.
Oh, I wish you were open for lunch. Well, it's like, yeah, well, back then, if I'm here from 11 till 2, or sorry, when I opened at 4 till 2, it's like I was the only one there for, about a year and a half or so. And it's like, it was draining.
Yeah.
And then the 4 o'clock open where it's like, yeah, I just started seeing it got busy from 4 o'clock. So I might as well just open at 4. But it's a completely different place now. And I think that'll be completely different. So I'm excited to give it a go. I like it. I'm looking forward to it. I think that's great. Not to mention that when I'm building above, I could literally just come down at lunchtime, have some chicken, and go back upstairs. Perfect. So I'm pumped for that too. Something I haven't talked to you about or haven't brought up here that I'm not sure how much you want to touch upon it or not, but there's got to be some tough parts of working in a bar, like if people get a little too rowdy or anything like that. It's tough. It's like a big daycare sometimes. I imagine. Yeah. So what is that like when things get, how do you manage that? Because let me just, even before you say it, I'm thinking, okay, if I own a bar, my goal is to have a great atmosphere, give people a great time, right? Great enjoyment, be fair, but I got a goal to make some money. Right. But when you're a bar and you're selling booze, there comes a point sometimes So I'm trying to think in my head. I've never owned a bar. I've never worked in a bar. Never anything. But at some point, you can't. If somebody's willing to keep spending money drinking, right? But at some point, if they're not handling their own, you draw the line. Yeah. So and I can't imagine what that would be like for me. If I've either got a regular... I've definitely had the crash course on learning the ropes on that from, taking people home, calling the cab, big on getting people home safe. You know, they are at my spot. I am giving them the booze. You should be looking out for them. It's part of the job.
Because you are responsible.
Till they wake up in the morning.
This is a real thing.
This is
right?
a real thing.
Like that's not just a.
This is something I get paranoid about if I'm at another bar and it's just like, oh my God, these people are like, you know, it's like, wow.
Going a little bit hard.
You know, not to mention it was a big thing where my dad drilled the rules in my head and I just followed them from day one. Yeah, okay, Pete, there's nothing wrong with coming over to my bar and getting drunk.
Yeah.
It's what we're going over to a bar to do and have a good time. But you're not going to leave from my bar without getting a cab, getting a safe ride home for me or someone there, which I've done. I've driven people home to like Waynefleet, Cook's Mill. Like I've driven people everywhere. Like it was a big part of, that's the routine. And honestly, it is something that you see in the business where, okay, yeah, people close up. They might leave people out front, like not at my spot. Cause you know what? I think I'd get maybe hung out to dry where maybe other people have more pull or something, but it's safety. It's got to be safety.
Yeah.
You know, you're responsible for them till they wake up the next day.
Wow.
You got to take care of them. You can't just leave them outside. And that's big on me. And that's something honestly that I'm proud to say that, okay, there may be people that slip away in the cracks or, you know, a buddy may do the sneak on me when I'm looking the other way. And meanwhile, he's knowing that I'm about to give him a ride home or he hops in a car with his friend or something. It's like, no, like that's, everybody does. I do try 100%. And I do, I'm pretty big on it.
Yeah.
You know, the last thing I want to do is see somebody come to my bar and get hurt.
Yeah.
100%.
Totally.
You know, and
not only would it suck.
Yeah. I could lose my liquor license, like, my business.
Yeah,
you know?
Totally.
And it's like, it took me 8 years to even get where I'm at. And I think, you know, when I'm about to start, you know, turn it even bigger soon. So
how do you handle, like if there's a disagreement amongst patrons or whatever?
I take 2 shots of tequila, I slam a Corona, and I pull them aside. No, in all honesty, I used to get mad for years 1 through 3. I used to kind of maybe get mad and say, listen, you guys want to mess around, you're going to mess with me or something like that.
Right.
Or it's like, hey, like not here. Now I just say, boys or whoever, tomorrow's a new day. Let's just cut this now. You guys are all squared up, get you home safe or whatever. Or if there's an argument, listen, like it's not worth it. And I just explain like what happens if you just push him and he falls and hits his head on the curb or something. And now you got a vegetable and now you're responsible. Is that what you want?
Yeah.
Tomorrow's a new day. We're here to have fun. We don't need any of that. And that's what I'm big on now. I don't get mad anymore. I don't get angry. I just literally just tell them, this is stupid.
Yeah.
We're here to have a good time.
And that works.
It honestly, I haven't had any issues in a long time. Any serious,
really,
I haven't had any serious issues in a long time. And that was just, you know, there's no like cheat codes for what do you say, what do you do?
Yeah.
You know, you could get, if I approach the situation, I come in all hot and heated, then they're going to get more hot and heated. It's going to, you know, I'm there to de-escalate the situation, not escalate it.
Yeah.
Just tomorrow's a new day, boys. You know, cut the shit.
Yeah.
Go on, grab a beer or leave.
Yeah.
So, and honestly, it really does work. Yeah, you're right. Go for a smoke. Let's go get a drink. Let's call it, right? Like, we don't need this. And I certainly don't need any trouble around here.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you can't bring any new customers in and families in when they see people arguing and fighting and stuff. That's not what you want.
Yeah.
You want everybody to have a good time.
No.
It's that simple.
Yeah. But I can imagine, like,
I've had a few.
Yeah. I'm sure you got a whole bunch of crazy stories and how tough that can be.
And at the end of the day, sometimes, like, you know, even for example, say if it's 2 of my friends that got an argument, the next day, you know, even if like the situation got de-escalated, I honestly feel bad because it's like they just drank at my bar. I sold them the booze. Now they got in an argument together. It makes me feel like guilty, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I like to see now where it's like, even now I know before I see where people are getting to their contentment stage, this is your last one for tonight. After that, hey, we'll square you up. Let's get you home safe. Tomorrow's a new day. And everybody kind of knows that that's where I'm at now.
Yeah.
I'm not really down for the fists of fury and anything like that. We're here to have a good time. Yeah. It's only Friday night.
Yeah.
You still got tomorrow.
Yeah. That's good. That's good that you've been able to adjust.
It took a bit. It took a bit. I used to lose my temper but that's not the right way.
Yeah.
It's not
good.
the right way.
That's good that you learned through that because
Yeah.
I can only imagine. Like I was trying to
There's
picture.
a few tough ones. There's a couple.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, you know what? Even and I pat them on the back for it. Even though that night was bad, and yeah, they kind of maybe it did me wrong or just made the stupid mistake. Most of them will come back the next day and or message me on Facebook or text me, "I'm sorry," and I respect that.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, fresh start.
Yeah.
But don't fucking do it again.
Yeah.
Sorry for swearing, you know.
No,
but
bro,
but
it's
like
totally
that's
true.
serious, right?
Yeah, totally true.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's sweet that guys can own up to it the next day. And
I remember walking somebody home with my dad in year 1. This was like my second week home. I've been remembering stuff from the old bar a lot recently.
right.
And I remember, maybe it was my mistake. Maybe he just had too much to drink, or he was just holding his composure so well. And then he even said, "Oh, Chris, like, hey, I want to square up." And then he went to the washroom. He obviously got a little sick. I remember putting an apron on, myself and my dad, and we do the arm thing with my friend, and we carry him all the way home, put him in his apartment. I've went through the gauntlet.
Yeah,
I went through the gauntlet.
Yeah,
it was a messy night.
I believe it.
But got him home safe.
Yeah.
So then messaged me the night. Nobody's ever done that for me, and just appreciate it. And still comes there to this day, almost every day.
That's
So,
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good, man. Because I can only imagine that being part of the challenges.
It's tough. It's not like you can go on Google and say, "What do I do with a drunk person?"
Yeah, totally. You're right.
Or
in
a
the
YouTube
moment.
video or something. There's nothing.
Yeah.
So you just gotta be a good person and get on with it. You sold them the booze. You got to take care of them, right?
Yeah.
That's part of the rules.
What's it like dealing with health inspectors?
Health inspectors, they come every so often, like unexpectedly. And they just, I honestly really like when the health inspector comes. When they come, I'm never worried.
Yeah.
I know what they like. They like, they tell you how they want it done. As long as you do it like that. And who wants to cook? The big thing is I have an open concept kitchen. So you can see if my thing's dirty.
Yeah.
My kitchen's always spotless. I've had gear now. Well, when I first got my equipment, I said, I want this equipment to look like I still have the plastic wrapper on the Broaster and my deep fryers on the side.
Nice.
So like 5 years from now or whatever, whatever happens or anything, if I ever wanted to sell it or trade, I can literally take that wrap off. It looks brand new.
Right.
And I said, this is how I want my kitchen to look. I want it to look brand new for as long as this place is open.
Yeah. Nice.
There's times where it gets a little messy. It's like, hey, let's clean this, let's clean that.
Gets busy.
You keep your kitchen clean. You can see it. If someone's sitting on the other side, it's like you can see if it's dirty or not. I guarantee you there's not really any time that anybody's come to the spot and said, my kitchen's been dirty.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good.
You have to, right? But then there's obviously kitchens that aren't open concept. So it's like, yeah, maybe the cook can slack a bit and feels more comfortable, which is one thing why I like the open concept. So I've never had any.
You were doing that back at the old spot too, right?
Yeah,
You've been open concept.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I really like it, and that was like crucial because that's how I was able to work by myself. I could cook, turn around, pop a beer and give it to them or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And be talking to them.
Yeah.
And it's like you're smelling the food and you're getting the conversation. People are watching you cook. It may not be a bar, but it's like, I don't know. I'm a big Grey's Anatomy guy, and I remember like the Grey's Anatomy bar, they'd go down all the nurses, doctors, or whatever to Joe's actually.
Oh, nice, yeah.
And it's like that was their place to hang out. It's like, well, when all my buddies are hanging out with me and I'm cooking, at least I can actually talk to them. Like, what am I going to go run behind a wall and cook now, and then come out 15 minutes later with their food? Oh, hey, I got to go back again.
Yeah,
I could be right here the whole time.
Yeah.
I really like that, and honestly, I probably would never open another restaurant without an open concept. I do it different. But I wouldn't have a closed kitchen.
What would you do different?
I got some ideas. Kind of like Hell's Kitchen, like a big square, like the kitchen's right in the center. And then the bar's on the other side. Like kitchen and bar where people could almost sit around the kitchen. People could almost sit around the bar. And then there's opening kind of things. That way it's a little bit separated.
Interesting.
Because there is sometimes when you do have again, at the old place, I wasn't as busy as I am now. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, wow, this is way bigger. This is going to be awesome. But sometimes when you're having a really big food rush and the steam and stuff, it may get a little smoky in there, or the range hood can't even keep up. And this is all stuff I learned now, right?
Yeah.
But I would always, I'd always probably do it the same. I would just make changes.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. What are your busy and less busy days over there?
Sometimes a Tuesday can be a Friday.
Really?
Yeah. You know, get the Team Smoke baseball team in there. We might turn up on Tuesday. You never know.
Right.
And Thursday is always a great day. Honestly, the spot, you never really know what's going to happen when you walk in the door.
Yeah.
It could be like a ghost town at like 9 o'clock, and by 10 o'clock, it's packed.
Bumping.
Yeah, it's bumping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah. Even sometimes on a weekday or on a Sunday, or it's always different. Or even during COVID, when I had the patio, it's like, this is a Tuesday, and it's like, we got 100 pit bikes here. All the boys on the dirt bikes, you know, coming by and hanging out. And
So parking's
seen
in
it
the
all.
back, right?
parking's in the back. Yep.
Because street parking, there isn't really.
Street parking, you could park at like by auto no parts, or there's tons of parking in the back. There's tons, but there's also a lot of other places to park, which is one thing talking about it, where it's like, that's one thing I'd like to fix. I'd like to have some sort of designating sign where it's like, you could park here, you could park there. Like, I know when you come on Elm Street up at the gas station, it says that by auto no parts, that's like a designated parking area, right? There's a big parking lot there. And then you could just walk up the street. I'd love to see people like parking and walking up the street and seeing other businesses on Main Street too.
Yeah, yeah.
Just wish there was more of the opportunity.
Now, I don't know if this is something you want to talk about or not, but it rings to me when I think of both your spots is the City Tavern. That's not open.
Not open anymore, no.
It was open. It
When
closed.
I was right beside it, yeah.
It opened again for a bit, and
Yeah.
I don't even know what's going on there personally. I don't know who owns it.
I don't know either.
anything.
There's obviously always Port
Rumors.
Coburn always
Yeah.
has the rumors. I believe that it's getting taken down and probably torn into condos or something.
Not a bar again.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that was like a classic spot there.
Yeah,
but
it's a piece of history, right?
It
Like
is.
it never bothered me being beside it. If I closed up, I could go in and stroll in for a
Yeah.
$2 little mug of beer or whatever,
Yeah.
right? So
yeah.
it
That
does.
was a big place. Too.
It was big, yeah.
I
It's
can't
massive.
remember capacity in there, but I know it was.
It's
a big
massive.
Place. Yeah,
It sucks to see a place like that has that history closed down in Port.
yeah,
But I guess times change, and
yeah.
it does suck though.
Yeah.
Even when I walk outside of the new place, and I always see like the old awning from the old place, which is now Lucky Thai. And by the way, their food's wonderful.
They do have great food.
I go there all the time. I love them. Their food's wicked. I'm always happy to help them. They're wicked nice people. They're beautiful, and I always go for the drunken noodles or the chicken pad thai. I go there. I go there and for the deep fried ice cream and a scoop of vanilla ice cream all the time. Sometimes I'll just go there and hang out.
Nice. Yeah.
But I always do check in because that place, that's where I started, right? And it's awesome to see them doing well there and still there. And I always see that, there's the black awning. And it does suck to look outside and see the city closed.
yeah, it does.
Because that's like a historic piece of Port, right? That's
Yeah.
where a lot of people have good memories. And that's what sucks. When something goes away, it's like people forget about that stuff.
Yeah, yeah. That was a good spot. How long have you been around Port? Was it since the spot?
My grandparents lived in Port. That's why I thought I'd open a bar here, because it's like friends from Welland, friends from Port, and my granddad always wanted a bar, so I think I'd open a bar in Port. And
Yeah.
my dad was just chilling at Pizza Steaks one day, and Ray had mentioned that he had a place in Port up for rent or whatever, and we went and checked it out, and the rest was history.
Yeah.
I
I bring that up too because RIP, the city, RIP Joey's. Did you ever have that pizza at Joey's back in the day?
I've heard so much about it,
Yeah.
and like just hearing about it, I wish I could taste his pizza because it sounds just bomb.
So you almost can because I did a podcast with Aldo,
Okay.
Aldo's Pizza Sauce.
Okay.
He worked there for 15 years.
Okay, so he knows the ins and outs.
If you can ever have Aldo make you a pizza, it wouldn't be nostalgic for you, but you could experience the closest thing to Joey's if you can.
That's what it would be. Yeah.
Yeah. Because
I'll have to give that a try.
he was fantastic.
I'll have to give that a try.
Yeah. Well, this has been good. I think the only thing that if I remember to ask people, and since we got food here, is a death row meal. If you were on death row, what would you pick to be your last?
From the spot or anywhere?
Let's go anywhere. Even though maybe because
That's hard.
it is hard.
That's really hard.
It is hard, but
I'm a guy that literally goes to places to eat.
insane. Yeah, see, it's a fun one.
A death row meal.
So let me help you a little bit with it. If it's a death row meal, it's not like you just have to pick what's on the table here. Because I'll tell you my death row meal. Bro, I would fill this freaking table with stuff, and I would eat. They wouldn't
Like a
have
bunch of stuff, like a smorgasbord
it would
of
be
just food.
of 100 different things. Because if they're killing me when I'm done eating, I'm gonna try and do it myself from overeating. So
Death
I would
row meal.
Yeah, so some of the things you're looking at the broasted chicken, so I think you're gonna have some on
Broasted chicken would be on there for sure. We'd have a couple steaks.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest thing though is I'd probably have some of my grandma's Yorkshire pudding and my granddad's homemade fries. I'd probably replace the wedges for my granddad's homemade chips.
Not Yorkshire. How'd you say it?
Yorkshire pudding.
Yorkshire.
Did I say it right?
I don't know.
I just always remember getting it in front of me. I don't remember how to say it.
It's an English thing.
It's
right?
the thing that freaking rises in the little dip that in gravy with some steak in the oven.
That's bomb.
That would be on there for sure.
What about beverage? What would be
beverage? Well, if it's the last one, then I'd probably be getting a big bottle of Patron, to be honest.
All right.
Yeah, I'd probably just give her
some steak. Anything else? What else?
Some steak. Definitely some roasted chicken's got to be on there.
What kind of steak too? Ribeye?
Maybe a big T-bone steak.
T-bone,
yeah,
nice,
big
solid,
T-bone steak.
solid.
Big T-bone steak. I don't know. It's so hard. It's so hard. Definitely something from the family side though too.
Yeah.
Because that's just, if it's the last time, you got to have one last time. But definitely some chicken, some steak, my granddad's chips, my nana's Yorkshire pudding and steak in the oven. And I don't know. Definitely a big Caesar salad. You want some greens in there.
Ended off with just a little bit of health in there.
Just a little bit.
You want to know the best Caesar salad I've ever had?
I'd have to have some deep fried Mars bars and ice cream on there for sure. Strawberry ice cream though. And a pile of deep fried Mars bars about yay big.
Now we're talking. You know the best Caesar salad I've ever had in my life?
Which?
Is at the Blue Mermaid in St. Catharines.
The Blue Mermaid. I've heard a lot of stuff about there.
Bro, like...
They come to your table and
they make it. Yeah. And I don't remember, the price is not, whatever it is, it's worth every penny.
Of course,
for having
the experience.
You
can't really put a price on food.
No.
In my opinion.
Yeah, especially like that.
And the experience.
That's like... It's kind of odd to say like the best salad or Caesar salad, or I would literally go there, even though their other stuff is great, but just for that, like I could easily go there and have 2 or 3 of those. Probably 2 would be fine, but just as the meal and be like 100% satisfied.
I want to try that place soon.
It's worth going there just for that. The atmosphere is cool.
For sure.
The other food is good. It's not cheap. It's not stupid priced.
Right.
But
hey, you got to pay to have a good time, right?
Yeah, but that one, like if you're talking greens, like that is probably.
Have you ever went to Roost Chris?
Yeah, it's that
Roost
place. That place ain't cheap.
No, it's not cheap. Their chicken there, their stuffed chicken. I love that, but it's the Caesar salad could be a little bit better. That's for sure. Yeah.
Interesting.
But that chicken's wicked, so I'll have to go to the Blue Mermaid and try their Caesar salad.
Please do, because it's definitely worth
it. For sure.
And I haven't been in a bit, but and maybe just one other thing. What are some of your favorite places to go to eat or drink when you're not at the spot?
My favorite places, I love the Coop. The original Coop that I went to is in Burlington on Brand Street. I love that place. I love everything about it.
I don't know if I've ever done the Coop. And
it's like a chicken spot. They have one in
Niagara Falls, I think.
In Niagara Falls now, yeah. Chicken and waffles and Dirty Bird tacos, which is like a taco with like, it's wicked.
Yeah.
They're good, yeah.
So
I got a couple other favorite spots. I do like Roost Chris, honestly. I got shown to that from my girlfriend's sister.
Niagara
Falls? One in the Falls, yeah.
Bro, it's so expensive.
And it's like I go there every time and I look at a menu and I know exactly what I'm getting before. I've already know what I'm getting before I've even gotten the truck. I'm getting the chicken and I'm going to get a Corona to start. And then you're going to send me the salad just to time me over till the chicken comes. So I'm going to get a thing of mashed potatoes and asparagus. I get the same thing every time.
Yeah,
Every time. I've never went there and had a steak.
I got to try that because, the first time I went there, we went there myself, All Right Robin, my brother, Michelle. And ever since then, anywhere I go, I'm like, well, it's not as expensive as Chris, because I think it was a $700 meal for the four of us.
It's expensive there.
And bro, I was like, whoo!
I know.
You say you
It hurts a bit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I go there with my girlfriend and we split a chicken dinner. So I found the way to make it a little bit cheaper.
Oh, that's better. See, I want to try that.
I'm a budgeter.
I like it. I like it.
But the coop, you can't go wrong ever at Empty Bellies in Welland. You can never go wrong there.
You know what I really like there, actually?
What do you like there?
Is my favorite thing there, and I don't go there too often, but I had it a couple times in the past year, was their butter chicken poutine.
Butter chicken poutine.
I
love their voodoo steak sandwich.
Really?
Bomb.
I'll have to try that.
Oh, yeah. And, sad to say, I used to, love getting a big steak sub from Mama's Boys, but they're going through a few issues right now, which sucks. I won't be able to go there much longer until they figure it out.
I heard something like that. Yeah.
Love Mike and Matt, good guys. Food's bomb.
Yeah, they have an interesting
similar
approach.
styles, right?
Yeah,
similar styles.
totally.
You've been there,
Yeah.
And then what's one that would be like kind of out of town that I'm not thinking about right now? I don't know.
St. Catherine's, anything?
St. Catherine's would probably
Toronto.
be hamburger. St.
Hamburger.
Catherine's would probably be hamburger. I used to get down with a hamburger a lot.
Yeah, eh?
A lot. It's bad if I go there now. I get like 2 burgers and like 4 chocolate shakes. It gets really bad. Serious.
So talking about that, and we'll wrap it up here too. But are you still doing the burger the same way as when I did it?
Still do the burgers. Actually, yeah, still do the burger the same way.
Because when I had your burger, that one really stuck out to me because it tasted like a steak.
Steak burger.
Yeah, I think I was saying that in the review.
I remember that.
Steak burger.
I remember the when you said something tastes different. It's because we put garlic butter on the bun and then I toast it. That's what gave you a little kick there.
I like it.
Secret's out now.
Okay, it's out. I'm not doing burger reviews anymore, but yeah. But bro, yeah, the steak, because like the whatever meat you were using in there tasted higher quality than a lot of places, and that was a good one.
Just pure ground beef to make a patty from instead of kind of buying one, and it just makes that difference, right?
Nice.
Lean ground beef, make a nice patty, and away you go.
Nice.
That's one thing I've never done. You can get different grades of quality from food suppliers, and I don't get the cheapest.
Yeah.
The cheapest is just gonna make it taste cheap.
Yeah.
And nobody's gonna come back in.
Yeah.
Like I get AAA ribeye for a steak sub when I could be getting like lunch meat steak.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Yeah. Higher quality.
Yeah.
Bro, like you have always been since day one with the good quality, having a creative menu and fair prices. And like, I don't know anything
My
about...
dad yells at me still for my prices being too low.
Does he?
All the time.
Yeah, eh?
You got to go up here. All the time.
Yeah,
the time.
I believe it.
Because it is way more expensive now.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how to run the food costs.
When I first opened, you could get a 50-pound box of wings for $90. You know, then it went up to like 140, 150.
Yikes.
Like it's just everything's more.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and then like I can't keep it the same price.
No, you can't.
You know, and people think you're getting rich, but you're not. You're literally just making it the 20%, 10% increase just to make up for the rise of the price.
Yeah. No, I think I'm not on the front line of working at a restaurant, and I'm sure it's tough anytime you adjust prices because you're right there to hear the customers say about it. But yeah, like you can't not adjust your prices when you pay more.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah, or else you'll sink.
Yeah. What? Number one, you got to be able to pay the bills, and like it's not even just
100%.
making a profit. You got to be able to cover the bills because if
you got to get the bills paid first, or else you won't have any profit.
Yeah, exactly. So,
yeah.
Excuse me, got a little bit of the wedge there.
That's 100%.
Yeah, but I think you've been doing a great job. If anybody wants to find you online, you've got a Facebook page,
yeah,
the Spot Bar and Grill.
Spot Bar and Grill. You should see a picture of the building on it.
And you got an Instagram.
Spot Bar and Grill.
Spot Bar and Grill. And hopefully we'll be seeing some more posts. I hope that, like I said, we can see some more of that.
I think I'm going to hold everybody there to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I'm going back there right away saying, you guys got to get on your post game or you're going to hear from Joe.
But, and not only just hear from me, that they can reach out to me for help.
For
too,
sure.
Because I'll give you the last point.
You've always been there, Joe.
Yeah. I'll give you what I would do is you want to be consistent, right? So if daily is too much out of the gate and you want to start off and grow up to it just the way I have, I started by doing one video a week, the Must See Mondays, right? That was one video a week.
That was your first thing.
Yeah, first thing. And like before doing burger reviews and other things too, I tried to like up it to getting up to 2 videos a week and 3. And like now I'm at 4 and 5, like now with the podcast. But if doing it once a day, every day is too crazy out of the gate, you start with the simpler thing. Once a week or maybe once every other day. The goal, I think, should be 5 or 7 times. But you also, what I would suggest is trying to be consistent with the timing of doing it. And I don't know what that would be. And maybe you want to change it a little bit as you experiment, because maybe you try.
Definitely would want to do it a little bit before you open so people see.
For sure.
And especially if I'm doing lunch, you'd want to be a little bit,
for
you know, if you open for 11, you know, you want to be posting by 10:30 or something, right?
Like exactly. So like maybe you take the picture today and then you use it tomorrow.
For tomorrow,
Yeah. And then you post it. But if you start by doing, let's say you do it 10:30, I would run that time consistently for a bunch of times to see how it performs. And then you can try a different time, maybe, or like if down the line you want to always do 10:30, then maybe sometimes you do sprinkle in one at a different time. Like maybe somebody orders something crazy, or like I said, you just put on a different post. But that's, again, I'm getting maybe a little ahead of it. But
no, I think you're onto it.
Yeah. 10:30, but then maybe you
do
decide,
a lunch post, and you got to do one at 3 for when I would normally open at 4.
Yeah,
exactly. I think you're right. I definitely going to hold them to it for sure.
I like it, and please do tell them if they have like any questions. There's no, because when you're starting to do it, they won't know exactly some things. Like who knows with like the what to write if they want to check in, you want to tag the spot. Like there's a few different tweaks, and literally any one of them, if they have any questions, they can hit me up anytime. Like I'm happy to help with that kind of stuff.
I'll let them know.
Yeah. We got a little friend.
Got a little friend.
I like it, bro. This was good stuff. This was good. I really appreciate you coming in.
Thanks for having me, Joe. I appreciate it. You got to cheers after. You got to drink after. Cheers or it's bad luck.
Yeah, and I can finish it off. Good stuff.
There we go.